Welcome back to Explore.
What is the soul of man?
Today we are going through the story of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Since Assassin's Creed started all the way back in 2007 with you joining the adventures of Desmond and Altair, I'm not sure how many people would have really thought that we would still be enjoying these games with new releases 12 more games on, and that's not including spin-offs. We have journeyed our way through ancient Greece, the Renaissance, the American Revolutionary Wars, and several more. And now we have jumped into the times of the Viking invasion of Britain. And with this, our first of the series to be brought out on the latest generation of consoles. So we thought let's jump into the game with our latest assassin and have a look at its complete story. So before we dive into this, let's have a quick look at the background of just what we are jumping into. We are in the late 800s and we discover that Norway is becoming overcrowded and subject to war. We meet Eivor and Sigurd, adopted brothers, who think the right thing to do is take their clan across the waters and make a new life for themselves in Anglo-Saxon England, just like other Vikings have done across Europe. But that is not all. Like with the rest of the series, we are not just in one timeline, but two. We are also seeing modern day events unfold through the life of Layla Hassan, the same as from Origins and Odyssey. Okay, so firstly we see Eivor as a young child bear witness to the deaths of his parents, Varin and Roster, in front of his very eyes at the hands of the Viking warlord named Kjotve the Cruel. Eivor is shocked but is saved by Sigurd on horseback just in time, but during their escape they are knocked off and onto ice. A wolf attacks and Eivor just manages to kill the beast just as the animus takes you out, and it is here that you can choose a male or female Eivor. Now we come back to an adult Eivor, 17 years into the future, and he has earned the name Eivor Wolf-Kissed for the incident that we just witnessed beforehand. He has continued to hunt for Kjotve, hell bent on revenge, but we witness this latest attempt has failed as he has been captured. However, he manages to recover his father's axe that Kjotve had used to taunt him. As soon as he touches this axe though, he has a vision, a very vivid vision of none other than Odin. He becomes curious about what this could mean, so he looks for answers from the local seer named Valka. Valka induces another vision, and in this vision Eivor sees Sigurd, who is missing an arm, and they are attacked by a giant wolf. He is told that this means Eivor will one day betray Sigurd, although Eivor is not entirely convinced by this. And upon returning to King Styrbjorn, Eivor is reprimanded for his continued hunt of Kjotve, as it risks open war that the clan would really have no chance of winning. At this time, Sigurd returns for the first time in 2 years, and this is after successful raids, so he returns with riches and also some mysterious foreigners named Basim and Hytham, and these are two of the Hidden Ones. Sigurd gives Eivor a gift he received from these Hidden Ones, a hidden blade, and together these adopted brothers make a pact to once and for all finally take down Kjotve. Firstly, they retake a village from his forces, which afterwards they are met by King Harold, who offers them an alliance to join in with their quest, as he too wants Kjotve taken down. So now reinforced, Sigurd leads an assault on Kjotve's stronghold. At this time, Eivor learns from Basim and Hytham that their reason for travelling here was to kill Kjotve themselves, as he is actually a member of a group called the Order of the Ancients. However, they do agree that Eivor can do the deed of killing Kjotve himself. Eivor is successful in killing Kjotve here, and they take control of his fortress, and to celebrate their victory they travel to King Harold's lands for a gathering and a feast. Here, Harold reveals his plans to have Norway once again reunited as a single kingdom under one ruler. His rule. Styrbjorn is happy to pledge fealty to Harold, but this angers Sigurd as he had expected one day to take over all of their clan after his father passed, not for it to be given away to someone else. This is where Sigurd and Eivor decide to leave. They take those loyal to the Raven clan and leave to set up a new life in England, away from the rule of King Harold. The clan reach England and discover a previously abandoned Viking camp in the lands of Mercia. They settle here and name it Ravensthorpe. They decide the best thing to do for their safety is to create alliances with those other Vikings who are loyal. Eivor also learns that more of the Order of the Ancients live in England, and Eivor is persuaded to help eliminate the agents of that order. Also at this time, Eivor once again experiences a vivid vision of Odin, this time with him trying to avoid his own fated death in Ragnarok. He sees Odin and those that he is with drink a magical mead that would mean their souls would return, reincarnated as humans after Ragnarok was over. Sigurd begins to believe that he is descended from these beings, a god. However, Sigurd would come to be captured by a member of the Order of Ancients and tortured. Eivor and Basim managed to save Sigurd, but not before he was tortured and maimed, leaving him without a right arm. Despite this event, Sigurd is still convinced he is descended from, and therefore himself, a god. So he thinks it is time to return to Norway with Eivor. When back, the two of them discover a hidden Isu temple that holds an advanced computer system. They connect themselves and are transported to none other than Valhalla, where here they can enjoy endless battle in paradise. Although they enjoy it, Eivor is aware that this is just a simulation. They are not really there, so they break out of this fantasy. When they leave, they are confronted by Basim. Here, he reveals that the Eivor, Sigurd, and himself are reincarnations of Odin, Tyr, and Loki respectively, and Loki wants revenge on Odin, so Basim attacks. However, together, Eivor and Sigurd trap Basim in the computer's simulated reality. Sigurd realises the foolishness of his actions, therefore abdicating the leadership of the Raven clan, passing it on to Eivor. This is a point where choices in the game come into effect. Depending on Eivor's choices, Sigurd either decides to stay behind in Norway or follows Eivor back to England, where they are given a hero's welcome by the Raven clan. Now once Eivor has returned to England, he and his allies he has gathered across England join Guthrum the Old's assault on Wessex, and despite suffering heavy losses, the combined Dane-Saxon force defeat Alfred at the Battle of Chippingham. Now you may be wondering, what about the present day? Well, Layla Hassan, Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane have exhumed Eivor's corpse in North America in order to find answers about the mysterious and continuing strengthening of Earth's magnetic field, which is beginning to disrupt global satellite communications and risk making the planet uninhabitable. Viewing Eivor's memories, they are able to understand that the strengthening magnetic field is a result of Desmond Miles's activation of the Isu towers that protected the Earth from a coronal mass ejection in 2012, with the protective field having been growing in strength ever since. In order to return the field to its proper strength, Layla travels to the temple where Eivor and Basim fought, but is forced to bring the Staff of Hermes to protect herself from the lethal amount of radiation the temple is now generating. Once inside, she connects to the temple's computer where she encounters Basim, who had been trapped here for over 1,000 years. He shows her how to manage the magnetic field to ensure it doesn't pose any more threat, and reveals that he was the one to provide the location of Eivor's burial, but steals the Staff of Hermes and escapes the temple, just as he had planned all along. Now trapped in the temple, Layla encounters a being called the Reader, which is implied to be Desmond Miles, and agrees to work with him to find a way to prevent humanity's inexorable extinction. Meanwhile, Basim visits Sean and Rebecca and requests a meeting with William Miles. As Sean and Rebecca leave to retrieve William, Basim enters the Animus in order to learn all of Eivor's secrets and find out where his children have gone. So there we have it, a run through of the story of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And as a bonus thing at the end here, you might be interested to know what decisions there are that affect whether Sigurd stays or comes with you. So these are the big choices and the ones that he will judge you on. You have stealing Styrbjorn's cargo, starting a relationship with Randvi while she is still with Sigurd, punching Basim when they have a fight, denying Dag his axe for entry to Valhalla, and contradicting Sigurd in his judgment of the settlement's inhabitants. So if you've completed the game, what were your actions from those 5 points of judgment? Let me know what you did in the comments below. Now hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like more from us here, then please drop a like on the video and also hit that subscribe button too. And why not hit the bell icon as well, so that you could be notified as and when every upload goes live. After all, these are the really small things that massively help out the channel and really help us fight against that YouTube algorithm. So thank you if you have managed to stay with me until the end of this video, and we will see you next time on Explore.